I am bawling and having a mental breakdown, so I need to talk to somebody. And everybody's so now I'm talking to y'all. I feel like the one thing that is not talked enough, that is not talked about enough with being a single person is just getting no help. And like at one point, like you do just start to crash out. Like literally, I was just sitting, I was like, oh my god, like I'm losing my mind. I've been needing to like pack up all my Valentine's Day decor, and I did it. Okay, I packed it all up. Now I can't lift the boxes. Like I physically, oh, it just makes me want to cry. I can't lift the boxes. So it's like I do all this work, spend 3 hours because again no help. I'm doing it all myself, packaging it up, bubble wrapping, and I can't even do the last task because I can't pick it up. And then it just makes me crash out because like I know other people are in the situation, but it's like then there's me, like my family does not live here, so it's like I just don't have anybody to call. So now I just have to like I can't suddenly pick up 50 pounds. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, it actually like makes me lose my mind. And just like simple like I just cleaned or just did all this shit for 2.5 hours. Now it's like I need to get groceries or I need to get, it's just like 24/7 full on. There's just like just no help. There's just like no help. Like we talk about, well, we don't talk about anything. Like financially, it's awful. You gotta pay for everything, rent all alone, every bill by yourself, every thing alone. Like when you're a girly pop, like all your food's paid for. Like it's kind of luxurious. Like it's kind of nice. I know, not anymore. It just like time, like the fact there's just no assistance, and I feel like I just don't have enough hours in the day. Like my own day to day, I have like 20 tasks to do, and that's nothing to do with like maintaining my home. And then if I just add those, we're at like 50, and then I cry. So I'm about to drag boxes down 2-3 hallways to my garage. Cause like, what? So I don't know. It's actually, is debilitating the word? Like it makes me want to, I actually don't get concerned, but like it makes me want to bash my head on a wall. Like what the oh. Yeah. Needed to let that out.
Sorry. The voices.
Oh, Queen. So let this gorilla get this straight. You're crashing out because you decided to be single, as in you decide not to marry, not to actually find a guy for you, and do things on your own because you're girl bossing it. Oh yeah. Like the womanist movement told you, you could do anything a man can do. And now you found that you can't lift 50 pounds. OMG, it is the worst thing. You have to go on a rant on TikTok because you can't lift this heavy object and you're not getting any help. Why isn't anyone coming to this Queen's rescue? Let me take a shot in the dark why you're not getting any help. Because, oh, I don't know, you're single. You don't need no man. You can do anything a man can do. Keep going. Be a boss babe. Now, this girl is not telling you to go out there and find the first guy and just marry him or have a long-term relationship with him. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you decide to drink up that Kool-Aid that those womanist bots gave you, well, that's only as good until you actually hit this thing called reality. Guess what? The weight of those things that you packed does not give a flying F about your fifis. And it's not misogynistic for this girl to say it. This girl saying it over and over again. If you decide to believe the hype and go and invest in that, well, when you cry about it later, no one's going to care because you did that. Okay, let me switch this around a little bit, ladies, so you don't come at this gorilla in the wrong angle. If this gorilla can tell my male viewers, hey, if you decided to get married, nobody put a gun to your head, you got down on one knee and you gave her the ring and you gave her your last name, and then 5, 7, 10, 12 years down the road, she decides, hey, my fifi's changed, I'm no longer interested in being with you, and she takes you through the circus of divorce court, you know what this girl is going to say? Tough nuts there, buddy. It was your choice. You put yourself in that situation. No one forced you to be there. So if I can say that to the men, well, I can say to the women, hey, you're the one who decided to be single. You're the one who decided that you could be bad by yourself. Well, handle this by yourself. Go out to a hardware store and buy yourself a dolly. Hell, offer to pay a mover to move your stuff. Or call up a couple of your girlfriends. Maybe between 3 or 4 of you could actually do the lift. Either way, figure it out, sweetheart. Because the world don't owe you not even one tear. Oh, and for you ladies out there who actually think that that was pretty harsh with this gorilla, well, let me say this one thing. Last time I checked, not one of you shed a tear for a guy who fell behind on his child support because he was unemployed. You would just say he's a deadbeat dad. A dusty. For having the nerve of being broke. For having the nerve of not having a high-paying job, for having the nerve of actually trying to provide for his kids, for having the nerve of actually cutting a check to the woman who decided to leave him because she no longer loves him. Oh, boo freaking who? Cry me a river. In fact, cry me a whole ocean. While you're at that, let me just get another beer. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on.
If you were to ask me, Megan, what was the most embarrassing moment from your manic episodes, I would probably say at the top of the list is definitely when I announced on Facebook that I was getting a divorce, and in my status I said choose a seat, not a side. I thought that that was really clever in my manic state, because you see those little signs at weddings when the ceremony is about to start and you see a little sign that says choose a seat, not a side. That was my way of trying to tell my Facebook friends that you don't need to pick my husband's side or my side. You can choose a seat, not a side, sort of a situation. And the reason that I was arrested is because my husband put a restraining order against me because I was having my first manic episode. So my behavior was so out of pocket and wild, and I ran away to the streets and was doing drugs with homeless people. And he put a restraining order against me, and I broke the restraining order on accident. I didn't even know there was a restraining order against me because I was so mentally ill. But long story short, we didn't get divorced. We're still married and we are happy. We have 2 beautiful children. But yeah, when I was arrested for the first time for breaking a restraining order, I totally put that out on Front Street on my Facebook and let everybody know that my husband put a restraining order against me. I got arrested. We're getting a divorce. So it'd be really nice if you could choose a seat, not a side. Thank you.
I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. Down. Get a hold of yourself.
Okay, now, before I start saying anything, I have to admit that I don't know the full story here. I really don't. I didn't dig too deep into this Kaween story. All I know is what I've seen on this video. So basically my audience and I are in the same exact situation, other than not me seeing pictures of her putting out on social media with her and her babies and still happily married. Saying that, okay, I really have got to say this. For the most part, with this short bit of information, it does sound like her husband is a simp. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say that this gorilla is just full of all kinds of misogyny and whatever. But let me get this straight. You're married to this woman. You have kids with her. And she has a manic episode. Yeah, air quotes are being hit there pretty heavy on that one. And she goes out and does drugs on the street with homeless people. You don't know what she's putting in her system. I mean, did she share needles? I have no idea. All I know is that she ran out on her family and found a homeless pharmacist. Anyway, he's got to put a restraining order on her. She breaks the restraining order for whatever reason she broke it. And it wasn't enough that she broke it, but she also put it on social media blast, letting everybody know, hey, check it out. My husband put a restraining order on me. I broke it. We're getting divorced. But then at the end, he doesn't divorce her and they're still married. Okay, gentlemen, I gotta say, me not knowing all the details, but if a woman does this and you don't divorce her, I gotta call a spade there. If it looks like a duck, it walks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, it's a simp. I'm not feeling any sympathy there. In fact, I mean, think about it. If you're the husband, your kids are still small, so they're not gonna have a really solid memory of this. It's a good time to break so you could get them away from somebody like this. Imagine forgiving her. She comes back home and like 5 years down the road when the kids get better, she has another air quotes manic episode and does this in front of them, and now they're gonna remember because they're old enough to remember. Now, gentlemen, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure that some of you out there have kind of sort of a similar experience, and you're gonna say to me, hey, gorilla, there are a bunch of different reasons why I'm staying in this marriage. I mean, you could say, yeah, it's cheaper to keep her, or there are other reasons as to I don't want to go through this legal battle, or there are a bunch of other stipulations that I would have to adhere to, or maybe I just don't have the money for it, or the patience, or the time, or I'm working 2 jobs, even though she's not the least cray out there, she's the best option for taking care of the kids while I'm working. Got it. There are a bunch of different options. But if this guy had the clear option to leave her and break clean, and he didn't, I'm sorry, that sounds a tad bit simpy to me. Stay away from the cray. Moving on.
You don't need a boyfriend, you just need a creative outlet. Let me say it again, you don't need a boyfriend, you just need a creative outlet. Okay, I have been single for about 3 years now and actively not dating for about a year. And when I tell you, I only want a boyfriend when I'm feeling bored or down or like I have no motivation to do anything. But when I am filling my own cup, when I'm exercising, when I'm reading more, when I am feeding my brain and feeding like my soul and my being and my physical, I don't want a boyfriend. I don't think at this time in my life now and everything that I'm doing in life, a man or romantic relationship would be beneficial to me whatsoever. It's like the male loneliness epidemic. Let them be lonely. That's what they deserve, okay? Like, there's no... I always tell my friend, because my friend is, like, scared of talking to men, love you, but she is. And I'm like, any man you've ever met, you are better than. Even, like, the best men in the world is equivalent to, like, an average woman. You know, it's like women as females, we have so much to offer, and I think that I am so secure in that it's like I don't have this like constant want or this constant need to have a boyfriend like I used to have, and I feel like that is growth. I feel like I have reached nirvana, you know, like that is peak happiness to me, and I'm sure one day in the future I'll find someone I'll fall in love with and I'll have a family and I'll do the whole, you know, shebang, but right now it's like I am happy, I'm content doing me and being me, and it's like anything that a man would provide me I can do myself. I can buy myself flowers, I can take myself on dates, I fill my cup and I make myself happy, and I'm not worrying about babying someone's son. You know what I'm saying? Go live your life, girls.
All right, this queen says that she's been single for about 3 years and actively not dating for about a year. Before I continue, let me say what that means. Let's translate that with my above average female translator. Don't be fooled, gentlemen. Just because a woman says she's not dating doesn't mean she's not getting played. Let me explain. When she says, oh, I'm not dating, okay, one night stands, doesn't count. That doesn't mean that her body count isn't going up. It could be going up like crazy, and she'll still claim that she's not dating. For example, she could have 50 one-night stands in 1 year. Each one doesn't count. She called up a booty call from someone that she used to know, like an FWB that she has. Well, those don't count either because it's a guy that she's been with before. She calls up an ex-boyfriend. Doesn't count. Again, she was drunk. Doesn't count. Hell, in some cases, since she used protection, that doesn't count as a body count either. So let me specify. A woman's definition of not dating is not the same as a man's definition of not dating. And more evidence of what I'm claiming here is, notice how she said she only misses a boyfriend when she's feeling down and she needs more activity in her life, like going out and doing something when she's not bored. Notice that she did not say that she needs a boyfriend to fulfill her in the bedroom. No, because she's getting that pipe from Chad and Tyrone, whoever she's got on that temporary quote-unquote roster. Oh, and the special opinion that she has. She said that the best men in the world is equivalent to an average female, and they have so much to offer. Notice how she just says that, and I'm like, okay, what do you have to offer? You didn't mention what you have to offer, because you have nothing to offer. Other than a highly used taco with more mileage than a Transit City bus, you got nothing else to offer. I mean, hell, you say that you only miss men when you're bored. In other words, you're not entertaining. You need men to entertain you. You need men to plan stuff out for you. Oh, you could buy yourself flowers and go out and buy yourself a bouquet. Who cares? If you were so awesome and so much better than men out there, you wouldn't have to make a video explaining that to the world. You just be awesome on your own. And you say that one day you might find someone to fall in love. Translation, that means that one day you're going to get tired of riding the carousel. You've had more pipe laid on you than what it would require to connect our pipeline from Russia to Alaska. You decided, hey, let me find a good simp who's willing to pay top dollar for this pounded roast beef. But it's a good thing you use TikTok. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of male womanist simps there telling you that you're beautiful, that you're awesome, and you deserve the best. And wouldn't mind putting a ring on that petri dish of like the DNA of every player in your area code. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.